Hello, welcome back to Made by Monica. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Today we've got some spring and Easter DIYs for you, and you get kind of a little sneak peek over here. This cute little bunny here I'll be showing you in a few days. So actually we're gonna kind of be doing what's on the table here. The succulent pots I showed you in the last video. We did that Dollar Tree haul. Well, it was the only thing I hauled. It was so cute. So yeah, I grabbed all three. I hope you guys have been able to find these pots in your Dollar Tree. So hopefully they'll be coming out really soon, if not. But kind of did a little faux pas. So I had in my brain, you know, something I wanted to make to put up on my wall. And yeah, totally forgot to video it. So I got so excited making it, and it turned out just really, really cute. So I still wanted you guys to see it, and I thought that I would go ahead and explain a little bit of how I made it. So if you're wanting to recreate it, you can do that. So it's this little sign here, and I thought it just turned out so stinking cute. Like I said, I had it in my brain. I started putting it all together, hung it up on the wall, and then realized, yeah, I didn't videotape it for you guys. So sorry about that. But let me explain kind of how I did it. So the love signs that Dollar Tree was carrying at Valentine's Day. Now that's what I used. I put two of these together, but they have the long Easter signs out right now. So you could totally use that too. Just go ahead and put those together. And then I used, you know, cardboard and put it on the back to hold the two signs together. Because you can use the popsicle sticks if you want to apply to the back. I just like my back to have, you know, a little bit nicer finish to it. So that's what I did. And I went ahead, I painted both of those signs white. And then I took my elephant chalk paint in Waverly that you get from Walmart. I took elephant chalk paint and I just drew the lines, you know, straight down to give you the shiplap look, that wood look. And then if you can see, I just took a little bit of that elephant and I went in and I just put some details in there. And honestly, you guys, look, because the only thing that really shows is the top part. So, I mean, I did the whole thing, but if you want, all you have to do, you know, is do maybe like halfway down or something. And it turns out really cute. So go ahead and put your lines in, go ahead and put your distressing in. And then I took one of those the Flower and Garden galvanized pans from Dollar Tree, and I just put some white paint on it. I left a little bit, you know, so I didn't like put the whole thing with the white paint. I just kind of went through with my brush, and then I took my sanding block and just went over the front of it so you could still read a little bit of that Flowers and Garden. So that's what I did. I hot glued this to the sign, the actual sign itself. And then I went ahead, I put a foam block inside, and then I just took flowers that I had left over, and they are peonies and some of the little wildflowers and some baby's breath. So put in what you like, you know, if you like some purple or if you want to go all white or, you know, whatever you guys like, just go ahead and put that in there. Then I took the spring galvanized sign that Dollar Tree is selling right now. And I think it has spring and welcome and yeah, I don't remember. Sorry. But they had it out. I don't know if they still have it out, but so if you grabbed one of those, this is a great idea to do with that. So I just put the spring on. I copied off on my printer, is in the air. And I just used a font that I like. And you know how you flip the paper over? You put the pencil on the back, and then you flip it back over. And if you're not sure how to do that, go back and watch my last video because I show you how to do that. So you just put the pencil on the back, you flip it over, you put it on here, and you trace around your letters. And then you pull that off and you can see where the letters are. And I just went in with, I can't remember if it was my black paint or it might even have been just a black Sharpie. And so I just went in and added the is in the air. And if you guys can see that. And then I added the little birdhouse. So you can get these from Crafters Square. and I got the one with the heart, and all I did was I took the Waverly antique wax and I just stained, you know how you put it on and then you take a baby wipe and you wipe it off and you get that stained effect. So I just did that on the roof, and I just painted this, you know, in the Waverly white chalk paint. That's all I did there. And then I just went ahead and added this cute door handle. Now I picked this up, I can't remember. It might have been like a Lowe's or a Home Depot or Restore, you know, one of the thrift stores. So you can find these black handles are everywhere. So just go ahead and pick up a black handle, and I just attach that handle with some E6000, and that is what that looked like. So anyway, I just wanted to show you. I'm so sorry that I didn't get it videotaped for you, but I'm hoping that just showing it to you and kind of explaining how I did it, that if you'd like to recreate this, it's just super simple, you guys, and it looks really, really cute on your wall. So I'm gonna leave that up all spring. So anyway, that was that. And again, I'm sorry I didn't videotape that, and I did it again with this little, you know, cute bunny back here. So luckily I took some pictures while I was doing it. So I'm hoping I can show you the pictures and kind of show you how I put that together, but that's in the next video, so not this one. So we're gonna go ahead and recreate these succulents and this beautiful vintage bunny tray, and then these cute little pictures. So stay with me and we'll get started on a DIY.
All right, so let's get started on those beautiful succulent plants that we have to put in these beautiful pots. Dollar Tree, thumbs up again for those awesome pots that you brought out. Hopefully, like I said, you guys can find those in your Dollar Tree soon. Here I'm just going to show you that you need like 3 of the succulents, or however many pots that you have. You're going to need some Spanish moss and, sorry, those inserts there for the foam. Now, I just left my plastic on my foam because I thought I can just pull it out if I want to change what's in those pots, just take the plastic off, and then I have a foam that's ready to go. So now here I am just taking that Spanish moss, and it can kind of get wound around itself. So I just generally tend to cut it, and I'm just going to shape it around in that pot right there, just so it fits all inside. And like I said, I didn't even bother to take my plastic off. I just went ahead and hot glued right over the top of that and put my Spanish moss then just right on top of it. And it tends to kind of get curly and whirly and kind of out of bounds there. So you can just take your scissors then and just go around and kind of give him a little haircut and kind of shape him back up a little bit so he doesn't stick out so much over that little pot. And that's all you need to do with that. So then we're going to go ahead and put those stones in. Now here I had another bag, you can see, that was almost empty, so I decided to go ahead and just use that first. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of pick some of the stones out that give you like a variegated look. You can also do, you know, a look that's the same. And so Dollar Tree also has these stones in many different colors. You can get all black, and those are just absolutely gorgeous. They have ones that are white, kind of almost white glitter, and you can go that way too. But as you can see, I am just putting some hot glue down and throwing a few stones on there. Now, you don't really have to do a lot in the middle, because that's where you're going to put your succulent. So, you know, if you don't want to waste some stones, you can just go ahead and leave them out of the middle there. I just wanted to make sure that I had a few in there in case you could see underneath that succulent that you could see rock under there as well. So I just went through, I picked out a few of my favorites and kind of gave that, you know, more of a variegated look. So just go ahead and take your succulent there, and I'm going to pull the clip off. Now, some of them do come with a stem, and so you could actually leave that stem on there and just go ahead and poke it right down into the foam. Now, I just hot glued it together there and just put some hot glue on to attach it to the stones and mainly to that, you know, Spanish moss, just so it doesn't move around. So I don't plan on moving mine. Actually, I think I'm making these for my daughter, but I made some for myself as well. But I just went ahead and placed mine, and that's where they're going to sit. So I didn't worry too much about that succulent moving around. But if you're worried about that, go ahead and either put it on a skewer and skewer it down into the foam, or buy one that has the stem on it. So you can see here I've got 2 of those done already, and I'm just going to go ahead and kind of walk you through again on this 3rd one how that goes. And so again, just hot glue on your foam. You put your Spanish moss in. Go ahead and have some of those stones ready, and you're just going to put just a little bit of hot glue down, and then put some of those stones in, in the color of your choice. You can put some white next to some of that brown, and then throw in a black one. And I think it gives it such a nice variegated, look. And succulents are kind of from, hot, dry weather. And so it's kind of nice to have some of that brown in there. And so again, I've got one of these succulents. I chose one of the ones that stick up a little bit more. So I just thought it was so pretty. And I'm going to display them all 3 together. So I'm going to put this one in the middle and give him a little haircut here so he doesn't look so wiry. And there you go. There you have it. And so all 3 of those succulents are done, and I think they look so high-end, you guys. Do you know what you would pay for these at a retail store? Look at it. Look, aren't they gorgeous? Just simply gorgeous, you guys. And like I said, you can get those stones in any color that you want to. I just chose these because I just thought they looked kind of deserty to me. So that's why I did that. So anyway, I thought they turned out absolutely beautiful. All right, so next we're going to go on to that vintage bunny tray, and it's really easy, really easy. So you're going to need one of those silver trays from Dollar Tree, and then this printout, all I did was Google vintage bunnies, and it came up, so no big deal. And then you're going to need your Mod Podge and, of course, your white chalk paint. Now, you also are going to need chalk paint in the color ink, which is black. Well, it's Waverly's black. It's called ink. So all I did was go ahead and paint that tray. I think I put 2 coats of white on it. I put Mod Podge on the back of those bunnies, and then I put it on, and now you can see I'm putting it on the front of those bunnies. I just attached it to the tray. But you guys, oh, please be careful with the Mod Podge, because that's just paper, so it will tear, and it could bleed too. That black ink can bleed. So now here I'm just going to go ahead and distress it. I've got one of those little foam brushes from Dollar Tree. And you are going to want that brush dry, dry, dry. So you can see on my wax paper here, I dipped that into the black chalk paint. And then I dabbed it off, dabbed it off, dabbed it off. And you can see how much it's still coming off. But, oh, isn't it so beautiful? Oh my goodness, it just brings out the details in that tray. I mean, who would have thought this started out as one of those, kind of plasticky silver trays? Oh, it just looks so gorgeous. So I did go ahead and I took a little more of that black chalk paint and went ahead and ran around the edges too, and painted those black as well. Now here we're just going to put a bow on it, and I just have a strip of the buffalo print ribbon, and I'm just going to go over itself twice because I wanted a double bow look. So I am just winding that kind of around itself right there, and you're going to need a little piece of jute or some floral wire or something to tie that bow together there, and we are just going to tie that and then retie it. And I'm telling you what, you guys, I played with this bow so much. Like, seriously, do you guys ever do that? Like, you fluff and refluff and it doesn't look right, so you do it again and you refluff. Monica, I don't know what you're doing here, but just get it on the tray. I do eventually get it on the tray, so But I did go ahead and dovetail those ends, and I'm just, fluffing it out, and trimming it up some more. But here we go. Now we're finally going to get it attached to that tray. So it depends on if you're going to lay it down or if you're going to display it upwards. So, just go ahead and find out where you want that bow I would say if you lay it down flat, you would want it, you know, a little more down lower towards the bunnies. And if you're going to display it, maybe, you know, just a half inch or so, you know, up just a little bit more. And then, yeah, just hot glue that bow onto the middle there, and there you have this beautiful vintage bunny tray that I'm telling you, nobody would guess that you made this. I have had so many comments. Everybody that comes into my home is like, where'd you get the tray? I'm like, oh, I made it. So, all right, so now let's go to the Hop and Cheap signs. Now, I will put down in the description a link to these Hop and Cheap signs. And then you're going to need 2 6x8 frames. And you're going to need a little screwdriver to get underneath those staples, and either some pliers or needle nose pliers. And then your Waverly Antique Wax chalk paint or stain. Is what I like to use it as. And of course, pencil and some scissors. So we are going to go ahead and start with that frame. The first thing you want to do is get those staples out. So I think I needed the canvas for another project, so I think I just cut it right out of there because I needed it. And now I'm going to go ahead and get those staples out of there. So the way I like to do it is I have this little tiny screwdriver, and I just like to wedge it underneath and try and get, you know, one side or the other kind of loosened so that I can get in there with my pliers and then just pull it out. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove some more of that canvas and expose those staples a little bit more. And you can just go down, you know, pull those staples up, grab your pliers, and pull them right out. So it's worth it, you guys. It's worth it. It's worth it. This turns out beautiful. So you are going to want to get those staples out. Okay, so now we're going to go in with our stain / paint / wax. It's multi-use. So the way I like to do it is I go ahead and put it on the wood. Now I'm going to paint, I believe, the inside, the front, and the outside. I don't believe I paint the back of it. So, but you put that Waverly Antique Wax on, and then I am going to grab a baby wipe and go ahead and take that right back off. And that way it gives you a really nice stained look on that wood. Oh my goodness, look how beautiful that looks. I just absolutely love to do this. And I do it a lot, actually, because I just really like the look. Now, you can wipe it off as little or as much as you want. So if you like the darker look, go ahead and leave more of that on. And if you like to see more of the wood through there, then just go ahead and wipe that off some more. So, yep, and so both of those frames are done, and you're going to want to allow them to dry just a little bit. It doesn't take long, or you can take your heat gun and go ahead and dry those as well. So now we're going to go ahead and fit it onto our little bunny here. And you're going to want to trace it on the outside. But then when you cut it, you guys, you want to go ahead and kind of cut inside those lines. If you make it as big as the frame, some of that paper might stick out. So go ahead and cut just slightly on the inside of those lines. And I think you'll like the look a little bit better. I don't think that you'll see that paper then sticking out on the outside. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hot glue these to the frame. Now it's just paper, so you probably want your finger protector on, which I probably should have here. Maybe I think I do later, but yeah, because that glue gets hot right through that paper. So don't put all your hot glue on because it dries too fast. So I think here I just put it on the top and down one of the sides. And so that gives you a chance to line it up and to get it on there before that glue dries. So then, yeah, here. So I do it on the other side and then down on the bottom. And it turns out so cute, so cute. Oh, and it looks just so high-end, just beautiful. So yeah, so go ahead and put, you know, your glue on there. I finally found the finger protector because I think my finger got hot. So, and there you go. They are finished. And I went ahead and attached a Jenga block to the back of mine because I wanted mine to stand up. Now you can go ahead and totally put a hanger on the back of these if you would like to attach those to your wall. But I just hot glued a Jenga block on the back of mine, and it is all finished. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a sneak peek then at that Spring is in the Air that's hanging on my wall that I showed you guys at the beginning. And I'm so sorry again, I forgot to videotape that for you guys. But please, if you have any questions on how to make this, just leave it down in the comments because, oh, I hope you make it. It just looks so beautiful. It is so gorgeous on my wall. And how high-end does that look? Just gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe and we will see you next time.